Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Persona 4 Arena Part 48. In the previous video we made it to the top of the school roof and rescued Mitsuru, and now the main character is going on alone to face Sho as everyone else fights off the mass of shadows. I guess first we got to talk to Margaret. When I come to, I'm surrounded by blue. I'm seated in the usual place in the usual room. Why did they summon me now? Actually, it's probably because of my situation that they summoned me. There's, no need to be impatient. I already know that this place exists outside of time.
You seem surprisingly calm. Your third ordeal has arrived. Do you think you can overcome it?
I don't answer. Whether I can do it or not isn't the question. I have to do it. As if seeing my determination, Margaret gives a satisfied smile.
I see. Your mind is already made up. And that's a fitting answer for you.
What is Sho trying to summon? How is he going to use the persona fragments?
Just as I'm about to ask her to tell me if she knows, Margaret cuts me off.
All I can do is watch over your journey. What is happening in your town must be ascertained with your own eyes.
Honestly, I knew she'd say that. I can only shake my head and smile. Instead, I decided to ask something that's been bothering me all this time.
Is Marie alright?
Marie is fighting desperately right now. Calamities in your town directly affect her. Your actions will decide the girl's fate.
Just as I thought, she seemed so weak when I saw her. Because of the abnormalities in this town are affecting her. It looks like I got one more thing to fight for.
One last thing. The young man who rejects everything and wishes to destroy the world? You hold the key to his salvation.
Ah, fuck him.
Depending on what you choose, you may be able to awaken him as an official guest.
Sho as a guest? What's that supposed to mean? Just as I'm about to ask, the scenery distorts and becomes hazy. Bro, I mean, best case scenario, my man needs like 10 years of therapy. Like forced therapy, tied to a chair, and has to talk about his problems for 10 years straight, no sleep. When I come to again, I'm by myself, standing about halfway up the stairs to the top of the tower. Yeah, game. There we go. Oh god, it's a big magic rock. We're in a Final Fantasy game all along. The long stairway finally comes to an end. I step into the area at the top of the tower. Strange patterns are inscribed into the floor, and all around me are at regular intervals these eerie pillars. This was carefully arranged, much different from the distorted places we've seen up to now. Up above, a large vortex glows ominously, swallowing the countless shadows gathered here, and directly underneath is a giant crystal of some kind. Whatever that shining emerald thing is, it's floating in midair. It's the fucking Chaos Emerald. There, right beside it, or what is it called? The Master Emerald? Yeah, that's it. It's Sho and Adachi-san. I can't help but tense up, but on closer inspection, Adachi-san is on one knee, like he's kneeling before Sho? What's happening? Neither Sho nor Adachi-san has noticed me yet. I hide behind the pillars and slowly get close enough to make out their voices.
You bastard! What are you thinking? You know how important this thing is! Are you trying to ruin my plan?
Important thing, plan. That must mean the floating object over there is all the persona fragments they took from us? Sho was just looking down on Adachi-san until all of a sudden he kicked up at his body. Adachi-san's knocked back from the direct hit, and he gives a pained groan. What in the world is going on here?
That's what I said. I tried to destroy those persona fragments by striking when I saw the chance. You worthless rat. I knew you weren't worth shit. But to think you were biding your time for this. Well...
I mean, it's kind of your own fault for trusting Adachi. Did I hear that right? Adachi-san wasn't Sho's accomplice? He tried to catch Sho off guard to destroy the crystal? And Adachi-san was trying to prevent Sho's plan from the very beginning?
You asked me before. You said, don't you hate this world too?
Like, nah dude, I live in that.
Huh? That's right. Well, you were just trash I was gonna use from the start. Once everything was ready and I cut up the rest of them, I was gonna kill you slow. Still, I at least gave you the chance to have some fun, you piece of shit. I was gonna let your crap slide until I showed you the end of the world you never got to achieve. Why not? Right?
I mean, wasn't Adachi just like kind of fucked in the head?
Don't think we're the same, you little brat.
Like, I mean, you know, he lives in the world. I don't think Adachi, you know, he has a sense of self-preservation.
What? What was that?
Like, even if we don't go down the, like, oh, Adachi's actually like a good guy route, like, just from sheer self-interest, you would probably not want the world to end.
You think the whole world hates you just because someone didn't treat you right. You're nothing but a little kid throwing a tantrum. You know, I seriously hate this world. Don't put me in the same shoes as a half-assed brat like you. Please? You're so finished, you bastard. I'll kill you just like you want. Sure, I'm lame. Whatever. But you don't know yet, do you? Those guys don't play around. You better be prepared. Die, you piece of shit.
Sho grabs Adachi-san by his collar and points his sword at the detective. I've bided my time long enough. I was hoping for a better opening, but I rush in now.
Stop it, Sho!
Sho glares at me while breathing heavily. There's nothing but hate in his stare.
Oh, you're early. Way to ruin the moment.
Is Adachi-san safe? I glance to check on him and feel a slight bit of relief. He's hurt badly from the beating he took at the hands of an agitated Sho, but it doesn't seem to be life-threatening.
Just to be clear, I didn't do it for you guys. I just wanted to set things right for myself.
I know, you're not that type of person.
Adachi-san came here to honor his promise in his own way. Finding that out was more than enough for me. The load on my chest that's been there all this time is gone, and I actually feel good now.
You are such a know-it-all. It's not very attractive.
What? With that typical bit of sarcasm, Adachi-san falls unconscious. That's when Sho suddenly barks a strange laugh. Bro, the wind is too loud.
What's so funny?
What are you guys getting all desperate for? It's disgusting. It makes me sick. I hate it when people get all goody-goody. I'll destroy everything! Everything! I'll destroy every...
It happened all of a sudden. Like a machine blowing a fuse, Sho's enraged rant stops and he falls silent. His body grows limp like a marionette whose strings have been cut. But eventually it spasms and stands eerily straight.
He's getting too worked up. It's a bad habit of his.
You must be the other one, Minazuki.
I didn't think you would put up this much of a fight. Perhaps I should have killed you back then after all.
Minazuki, you said then that you did all this to grant Sho's wish. But this isn't the way to save him.
And I said that's your perspective on the matter. All I'm here for is to grant this boy's wish.
He's like a fucked up genie.
Do you still not get it? That's not Sho's wish!
Are you delusional? I know the boy. I know of his hatred and his suffering. His father, Shuji Yakutsuki, abandoned this boy. He used the child for his own desires and then discarded him when he was as good as dead.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
This is the world that abandoned him. That's why this boy came to detest everything about this world and wished for it all to disappear.
No, Sho just doesn't know yet. What he's been through isn't all there is to the world. It's not too late.
Silence. I know what I am. I am a shard of one who brings about death. If this boy wishes for the death of all, then I will use my true nature to destroy this world.
That's not it. I can tell Sho's hatred does run deep. Maybe he did wish for everything in this world to just disappear. But that's not what he truly wants deep down. Sho adores the bond between people and yearns for that himself. But because he can't have it, and the world doesn't accept him, he's had to live with such dark emotions that he has no idea how to deal with. He doesn't know how to express himself. Minazuki was born from the Plume of Dusk, so he's just responding to Sho's darker desires. He's fixated on granting Sho's wish to destroy the world, but that's not what Sho really
For
needs.
Sho's sake, too. I will defeat you.
Very well. Come and fight.
Okie dokie. Tsukiyomi? Because that's a pretty fitting persona name.
Final. Fight!
What? Go!
Oh god, I haven't played this in a while.
Is not what? Curses. I see Sona, and you take a lot.
Oh god, it almost worked. Your knees, they still belong to me?
Persona. What? Izuna, nice try. Izuna! What? Over here. Impossible.
The strike with all my strength behind it hits Minazuki, and he hunches over. I take my sword back in hand and swing it with all the power I can bring to bear. Minazuki's knees buckle and he falls to the ground, or so it seems.
What?
Minazuki won't fall. He supports his trembling legs with his own arms and keeps glaring at me as he tries to ready his sword again.
I'm not done yet.
Minazuki, why are you trying to grant Sho's wish?
A foolish question. I awakened within this boy. It's only natural for me to grant his desires.
Though he'd kept a cool head thus far, Minazuki barks his response at me. He keeps trying to stand despite his injuries, and all I see is the strong will of someone determined to protect what's important to him. Minazuki, you still don't understand. You're just like us.
Minazuki, you are strong, but you don't realize it either. Your strength.
It was founded on the strength of your bond. It was founded on the burden of your solitude. I mean, yeah, he's got a bond with Sho.
It's founded on the strength of your bonds. I don't know exactly what you are. Since you were born from a plume of dusk, maybe you really are a shard of one who brings about death. But no matter how you hurt, or how badly you're about to fall, the power that lets you stand up for someone else, that comes from bonds.
So is that supposed to be the plumes of dust or like shards of Nyx? I don't know. I can't, you know, any like direct Persona 3 references are going to be a little fuzzy for me because it's been so long.
Impossible.
But I assume that's what they're going for.
Boys.
No one lives alone. You protected Sho and supported him all this time. You should know that by now.
Or that they come from Nyx, something like that. That's right. No one can live by severing ties with other people. Want to bet? If Sho doesn't know how to do this because of the life he's led, then we just have to show him how. I'm sure even Mitsuru-san and the other Shadow Operatives will accept Sho, just like they did with Labris. Such a simple thing that even the fake Aiga-san figured it out, so there's no way that you can't see this, right, Minazuki?
I see.
What's with this sappy drama?
You're...
Aha! You must be Sho-chan's Minazuki-kun. You're disqualified from the P1 climax. Time for you to make your exit!
Kagutsuchi, you bastard.
Kagutsuchi?
Did you think I didn't know? Of course I did! I knew from the very beginning about your idea to use the power left inside Adachi Baby to suppress me!
What?
So you deduced even that.
Oh, and...
The General Teddy before us, no, this thing that Minazuki called Kagasuchi, gives me a look that makes some unexplainable fear rise in the pit of my stomach.
You, Narukami, you defeated this fool, so you're the champion of the P1 Climax! Congratulations!
Do we get champagne?
Your prize is your execution. Hmm?
Happened all in the blink of an eye. Minazuki, who should have been behind me, disappeared, and in the next instant, he was closing in on General Teddy. And then the blade he was holding was run through General Teddy's body.
Ow! What do you think you're doing?
What do you intend to do with this boy, Kagutsuchi?
What am I going to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill him. I'll grant that brat you're so fond of what he wants. A world of solitude. But I'll be the only one there. It will be a world all for myself, where only I exist.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about the supernatural element of like who we heard talking to Labras, right? It was that voice basically. And so I was like, I didn't understand if it was supposed to be that like, because it didn't really make sense for it to be Minazuki. So it does. I was kind of wondering if there was going to be another third party to come into play. General Teddy's mannerisms change, and he effortlessly hoists up Minazuki, who just pierced him with his blade. This ominous hatred's voice sounds like it's coming from the depths of hell. What in the world is this thing?
This body had reached its limit anyway. It's only a fake made with shadows, after all. It was never meant to support itself for long. Fortunately, a horde of shadows to create a vessel, and persona fragments to control it have been gathered.
What?
Well done, my puppet. It is thanks to you that everything came together so splendidly. All that's left is to fuse that brat with the shadows as a base, and then devour the persona fragments to inhabit my new corporeal form. You, Narukami. I was born when this town was enshrouded in fog. I have quite the connection with all of you.
What?
I pay no heed to others. I am the collective will of those who abandon all connections and strive to live only for themselves. I will incinerate everything. I will rob, murder, trample, and cast you humans down into the depths of despair. My name is Hino Kagutsuchi, one who kills all who live in this world.
What called itself Hino Kagasuchi laughs, and then a scarlet fog, incomparably thicker than before, pours out of General Teddy's body. The fog enters the helpless Minazuki through his eyes, ears, mouth, and wounds he sustained during the battle. I mean, he seems doesn't have any wounds. Not even cut up.
You bastard. Show!
As I try and rush over, General Teddy's body, which is now an empty husk, turns into a black chunk of shadow and starts to bubble as it disintegrates. At the same time, what used to be Minazuki turns its evil red gaze towards me.
How I love to hear that cry, you Narukami. What do you think? I had lent this brat my power, but my full presence is a bit different. You're Kagutsuchi!
Has immense power, far beyond what Sho used when I faced him. My entire body's being crushed against my will, and my joints scream out in pain. Even my lungs are compressed, preventing me from breathing normally.
Don't worry. I won't let you die so quickly. You will live to witness my advent, and will be the first sacrifice to my power. I won't let you do this! Your nerve astounds me, but I wouldn't be so sure. Your allies are about to be overwhelmed by the flood of shadows. You all fought so long within this red fog, just as I planned, and you are exhausted to your very souls. You have no hope of defeating me now. My first puppet was quite useful for that purpose. I had directed it at you with the aim of harvesting your personas, but...
You mean Labrys?
Ah, is that what you call it? Had I taken your shadows from my own, their own wills would have made them less obedient than I required.
I learned that in the previous battles. Thus did I prepare this fog and my new scheme to carve away at your personas.
I mean, it seems like he did it like real fast. Like, man took 48 hours to come up with all this shit.
Personas are the suppressed strength of heart. Nothing is better suited to suppress the will of shadows than that.
So that's why!
Now is the time for despair. This new form that you have given me. Behold it!
That's pretty cool. He seems kind of big. How we gonna fight him, man? This giant shadow that shows itself through the severe quaking and gusts of wind slowly approaches, all while spewing out fluids in like red, stagnant blood. Like, do we have to switch back into a fucking turn the game back into a JRPG real quick? This is the vessel we ended up giving Hino Katsuchi, a giant form made from the fusion of countless shadows, a real monster. This is the body it was gathering shadows to put together, but...
Everyone, lend me your strength. I
will defeat this monster and return to you all. Okay, but he kind of big, man. Oh god. Okay. It is like a little bit of a different gameplay sequence. That's neat. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Oh god. Oh god, how do I...
Over here! Over here!
Where are you?
Over here! Over here!
Okay.
Over here! Over here!
Oh god. I tried to block, it didn't do anything? Oh god. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Over here! Over here!
Alright.
Over here!
Thought maybe you're supposed to hit him when he opened his mouth. How do I do the air dash?
Over here!
I just keep getting knocked back and I can't fucking see when he's attacking.
Over here! He's not see that? Can you take it? Damn, nice try.
This will be the end of your
Over here! Go! See that? Go! He's not. Go!
Oh, okay, we're fine, we're fine.
Over here! Over here! Persona!
The block, it didn't work.
Over here! Over here! Over here! Over here! Come! See that? Over here!
Oh, okay, we won. I mean, that's, you know, something.
Impossible! What power is this? How can one human's power alone be enough to best me?
Hino Kagutsuchi. That's what holds you back. The power I wield. The power we wield. It will never succumb to someone like you!
Silence, pest! I will not lose! I am stronger than anything!
Hino Kagutsuchi's giant arm swings up high into the sky. This isn't good. This place takes a direct hit from that enormous thing. Never mind sweeping me off my feet, it could destroy this entire tower. What with all the quaking.
Persona!
I'll look at him. Faster than I can call my persona, the other Izanagi flies towards Kagutsuchi from behind, slashing at his giant arm and knocking it back.
Itachi-san? What are you doing? I set everything up perfect for you, and you still didn't finish it off before I woke up.
The way he scratches his head and rolls his eyes, without a doubt, that's the Adachi-san I know. Did he save me? Up until now, he's just dropped hints for us here and there, never doing anything to help us out directly. Seeing me surprised at this small change, noticeable only to those who know him, Adachi-san furrows his brow. He's displeased, in an ever so slightly embarrassed way.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? I don't have time to waste either, so let's hurry up and put it into this!
Right.
I can feel it. The two Izanagis respond to each other and melt into one. I've never felt this fusion of conflicting powers before. They eventually coalesce into a sword, which launches itself towards Hino Kagutsuchi's enormous roaring form.
Izanagi!
Nagatsu Izanagi!
We're still putting you back in prison, by the way. I'm not fucking freaking... You still murder people, alright? The giant sword formed with a torrent of power pierces Hino Kagutsuchi and disperses its body into fragments.
Hino Kagutsuchi! It's over!
Impossible! How could I fall to this trickery of fans?
After Hino Kagutsuchi's body crumbles away, the red fog disappears little by little from our sight, and the area is covered in silence. The night sky turns back into its usual color with a beautiful moon shining in the sky.
My sincere congratulations
Oh,
on winning the
hello.
P1 Grand Prix.
The sudden voice surprises me and I turn around. Standing right there is a woman in deep azure colored clothes. Nachi-san's nowhere to be seen.
Elizabeth? What are you doing here?
Though what you just defeated now was different in form, it appeared to be another embodiment of man's consciousness that wishes for death. And suffice to say, I had my own reason to witness its end.
Man, fucking humanity really needs some damn therapy.
Your own reason, huh?
That is correct.
I don't really get it, but she probably means that she came to witness Hino Kagutsuchi's end. It's fine since it's over now, but couldn't she have at least helped out a bit? No. Not that I'd ever say anything like that to her face. I've heard before that Elizabeth has her own wish, that trying to grant it was why she left the room. Maybe she's cooperating with us in her own way.
By the by, you. This tower will disappear momentarily.
But I'm standing on it.
Huh?
That's right, I completely forgot about that. This tower's a transient thing that appeared in the red fog, and so now that the fog's gone, this place will go back to its usual self. Yasugami
Can I
High.
ask a favor, Elizabeth?
Yeah, can we hitch a ride?
A favor. Depending on what you ask, I'll have to demand payment.
I'm not sure about that. But can you please send all my friends in this tower somewhere safe?
Can we be included in that?
Haha. If that is all you ask, it's as easy to grant as having an orange at a kotatsu.
You've actually used a kotatsu?
Is that really what you should be focusing on?
No, it was merely a figure of speech. I've never so much as seen a kotatsu. Very well then, I will transport your friends to somewhere safe as you wish. Oh,
What about us?
where would this somewhere safe be? Ah, yes, the perfect place has occurred to me.
If you teleport them to the fucking moon and they die?
I shall send you all there.
I wish she wouldn't decide things like that on her own. It'd be nice if she just tell me where she's going to send us. She's gonna send you to the moon. She's gonna be like, oh no, I forgot you guys need that pesky thing called oxygen. Oh well. But before I can ask her, she raises a hand and my vision fills with such brightness that I forget to argue. Canonically, he has to go into the book. Wait, where is she sending us?
Well then, you. Hasta la vista, baby. Until the day we meet again. Farewell.
Did she just roadrunner her out of here? Investigation complete? You say that, yeah. Does say we're only 82% of the way there. The light slowly dims and my vision returns. I am indeed standing in a safe place, the studio in the TV world. It's a relief to look around and see everyone else here too. They all look confused as to what happened, but when I approach them, they break into a smile and congratulate me on the victory. You know, seeing everyone in one place like this, we got quite the crowd together.
Well done, Narukami. I'm sorry for the trouble we caused.
No, we owe you too. Thank you for stopping the shadows.
Akihiko comes up from behind me and nudges my shoulder. When I look towards him, he smirks in that dauntless way.
Wish I could have gone to the top myself, but I'll let you take the glory this time.
Thank you, Akihiko-san.
I hear a fuss then. I look towards the exit from this world at the center of the studio. Everyone's gathered around the stacked up TVs. Wonder what this is all about. We head over.
My guy keeps saying this is my world. You have to go through this TV to get out to your world, Junpei.
Huh? We go through a TV to get out of the TV? Come on, Blue Daruma, quit kidding around.
It's for real. But, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird, isn't it? Going into a TV leads you out of the TV?
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Jeez, what are you making it all complicated for? It's fine. The TVs are connected. These things only get confusing because you overthink them.
Yeah, that's one way to explain it.
I don't believe this. Look, you just gotta show him.
It seems Teddy and the others are trying to explain about the TV world to shadow operatives we've just met today. Yukari-san and Kin-kun seem to somewhat understand, but Junpei-san just isn't getting it, and Teddy and Yosuke are having a hard time explaining it to him. Then again, Junpei-san might be too distracted with the shock of seeing Kanji sticking his head into the TV right next to him.
What the? Dude, what are you doing?
Whoa, crap!
Yeah, like, what, is your head gonna be popping out? Kanji quickly pulls out of the TV and stumbles backwards. Unfortunately, right behind him were Teddy and Junpei-san, watching a little too closely.
No!
The back of Kanji's head hits Teddy's face, and the back of Teddy's head directly hits Junpei-san's face. The force of the hit causes Junpei-san to go rolling all the way to the edge of the studio. I wonder if he's okay, the original Yosuke.
Stupid Kanji, that hurt! Don't you know the saying, a head in motion tends to stay in motion?
Shut up! It's your fault for rubbernecking! When I stuck my head out, I saw a security guard making the rounds. Huh?
Junpei, why are you sleeping on the floor? And just when we were trying to explain things to you.
Teddy, that's not right. If I had to pick sides, I'd say Junpei-san was clearly the victim right now.
Hey, wait a sec. Kanji-kun, did you just say there was a guard out there?
Yeah, that seems kind of odd.
Yeah, so?
Then the town's back to normal. The people who disappeared must be safe now, right?
Oh, I was thinking it was that Junes wouldn't have a security guard. So it was like, does it lead somewhere different?
Oh, that's right! Good job, Junpei. You did great!
I'm not sure what I had to do with it.
All right, it finally feels like we won! We saved the town our very own selves.
We did it!
A cheer erupts from all my friends in the investigation team at once. Seeing us in high spirits, the Shadow Operatives also come forward and join us as we all congratulate each other on the brave fight. So glad. I was just able to protect my friends. I sense someone looking at me, and when I turn around, I see a figure watching us from a distance. That red hair, that uniform jacket tied around his waist, and the sword in each hand. That's
Show.
Everyone turns around at this and tenses up, but Sho doesn't say anything. He just points the tip of the blade he's holding at me. He must mean that he'll come challenge me to a fight again someday.
Come at us however many times you want, but next time, we'll fight one-on-one. Fair and square.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like a very good idea to just let him run free. Seems a little irresponsible. He's gonna get cut off in traffic, he's gonna murder 8 people, and it's gonna be all your fault. For a brief instant, it looks as if Sho's mouth forms a smile. It doesn't last long, though, because he turns to run and quickly disappears. Have I seen things? No, I doubt it.
That boy. So he survived.
Yes.
Regrettably, he is a serious criminal who tried to destroy the world. We cannot leave him be.
Yeah, at least there's one adult in the room.
I understand.
But I won't be so stubborn this time. I ask that you all cooperate with us in capturing Minazuki.
I'm honestly surprised at this. After the P1 Grand Prix came to a close, Mitsuru-san clearly told us to not get involved any further, and rejected all our offers to help. Well, that was before they got their ass kicked? I understand that she did it so as to not drag us into anything dangerous, but we decided to save Sho. Mitsuru-san must have come to understand our feelings and included us in the search for him. Sho's never had a chance to interact with people. He has no idea how. So, we'll fight with him as many times as it takes, explaining our true feelings to him each time. We'll do it over and over until it sinks in what it means to get involved with people. As long as Sho keeps trying for us, I'll answer him with all my strength. So in a way, my answer is already decided.
Yes, of course.
With that, the members of the investigation team, who seem to have been listening, chime in from behind me.
Leave it to me. My persona's gotten real strong. I'll find that show in no time so Senpai can breathe easier.
Oh yeah, Rize can shoot laser beams now, by the way. Nobody was really around for that.
That reminds me, that dude was wearing our uniform. I guess we should start by beating the crap out of everyone at school?
Well, I don't know about that.
No violence yet, Kanji-kun. An investigation must be carried out based on thorough examination and confirmed evidence.
Nah, fuck that. Just start beating people up.
Was he wearing our uniform?
Yeah, was he?
I didn't notice at all.
Because he's not wearing our uniform.
I remember Minnie's smell, too. He can run, but he can't hide from Teddy's nose.
Dude, will you stop giving everyone and everything those weird nicknames?
Does your nose even work anymore? You've been sneezing this whole time.
No, I haven't. That was because of the red fog. It was filled with a terrible curse and...
Curses don't exist. Although given what Kagutsuchi was after, I suppose it did have an effect of that sort in truth.
How you gonna say curses don't exist? Have you been paying attention, Nato?
Why are we so scatterbrained? Can't you guys stay on one topic for 10 seconds?
Oh, sheesh.
Good. It's like always. I can't help but smile and join in with everyone. I'm not alone. Even if it turns out I have to fight Sho again, my friends and I will handle it. We're the investigation team, after all. When we return from the TV world, an utterly mundane world is waiting for us. And as we stand around in the quiet dawn of Junes before it opens, Yosuke looks around at the eyebrow-raising outfits of the Shadow Operatives. I think I'll not tell anyone about him sighing. Thank goodness it came out at this hour. Then again, I'm at a loss for what to do when we go to Yasugami High, closed for the holiday to see Mitsuru-san off, and a pitch-black military helicopter lands on the grounds. After seeing them all off, we return to the empty, pre-dawn food court and take our usual seats.
Sitting here makes it feel like I'm really back.
I think we will, just because, like, I feel like it's going to take too long to actually finish all of this off in this video. and this is an okay stopping point. So we'll finish everything off next time. If we end early, I guess we'll get started on, I guess this would be some like a Persona 3 thing. I mean, they kind of set up the rescuing Minazaki stuff, so I guess that's maybe what we'll do, like what the next little stretch of the story will be, or the final little stretch of the story. But we'll see as we keep making our way through. We're definitely getting towards the end. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye guys.